Welcome back to the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly recap and testing, and in this video here I've got the Hard Reboot and the Probe. I have them both equipped. I know I'm going to lose a little bit of accuracy, but these are already so accurate it's not going to really matter. And that way I kind of get the Maliwan swap, adding cryo to this, which is kind of cool. So with the Hard Reboot here, I have the... doesn't show the prefix, but I have the fire rate prefix because this gun is really slow. Jack kind of overrides and does enough for the rest of it. I did go down into just compensation this time. I don't always do that, but since it's got splash damage, that'll get the most out of that. You know, I'll use the probe when some enemies are close up and maybe melee them, or try to demonstrate the healing if I get hit with lowering my health a bit. So this thing doesn't really have that big one-stop hitting power, but it's getting the job done pretty well. Ammo shouldn't be a concern with AA, and the DPS of it is pretty solid here. Get rid of my grenades. It will destroy these shields pretty quick. One thing I don't like about the Maliwans is it's not really recoil, but the firing pattern or the animation on it makes it hard to see where you're shooting at, because the bullet goes up, or the barrel goes up, and then you can't necessarily see if you're still hitting crits like you should. There, didn't do the best job of taking him out. Is that a badass? Where's his crit? See, it's taking a lot of shots to beat down that guy, but it did the job. So yeah, even on crit, it's not doing a ton. But the DPS of just throwing out those bullets with that splash does work pretty well. I think there I was able to hit that guy with the cryo from Sponsored By without hitting him with the bullet. The splash, I think, also carried the cryo bonus. And that's pretty cool. I'm going to experiment with that a little bit more. I wasn't aware of that kind of synergy. Yeah, get rid of these grenades. So, let's see. I want to not shoot him. Apparently that wasn't working. Maybe I did hit that guy with those bullets to get that cryo bonus. Yep. Yeah, you do have to hit him directly. Good to know. There we go. So down with them. Yeah, with Athena, I could see her just really doing quite well with this gun with all those dots and splash radius. She probably makes better use of this than Jack does. But it's not like it's not working on Jack. Does it do self-damage? No, that's good. Whoa. So there's the probe. If you put out enough damage, it does heal pretty well. As you can see there, I knew there'd be an example to use that at some point. Now my stacks of accountability are up, because you can see that crazy fire rate. Oh, lowered. I got hit. But yeah, I would say this is a pretty solid gun, just not a fantastic gun. And that's kind of the thing with Maliwans in general. They're, you know, saying their damage compared with damage including splash for 2 ammo a shot, I just don't think is really worth it. This thing helps with the increased damage and all that, but still, the damage that this thing is putting out per shot still feels like it should be more like 1 damage per shot, and not 2. And that's just kind of, you know, not the greatest thing in the world. That's even with that sponsored by extra splash on it. But, you know, it's not like it's terrible or anything. It is, like I said, it is pretty solid. Whoa, I need to get rid of my grenades. Get my damage back up. Which I probably just killed half the enemies doing this. I did. Oh, I had a reload. That's crazy. And who's over here? So that is the Hard Reboot. Like I said, a pretty solid gun. I don't really have many complaints about it other than my typical Maliwan complaint about 2 ammo per shot is too high. This might have been a little better with the ×2 prefix with Jack than the fire rate because he negates that 4 ammo per shot, and because Maliwans, again, the way they shoot when they bounce up, they kind of go over that crit, making it hard to keep on crit. So I didn't hit a ton of crits with this thing. So the ×2 prefix, at least with Jack, is probably the better way to go. Probably with Athena as well, because with the 20% chance to cause status effect with Maelstrom and Storm Weaving and all the ways to boost that up, you're going to be putting out a ton of dots with this thing, especially with the splash radius. And she can negate ammo consumption as well. So I'd say with them, definitely the ×2 prefix. Nisha, I'd stay away from the ×2 prefix, because with 1 for each of you and 4 ammo per shot, if you're holding down that trigger, that means 8 ammo per shot. And Nisha's got a ton of fire rate boosts, so you will be out of ammo in the blink of an eye. So with Nisha, I would probably go with the damage prefix, since once again she boosts the hell out of fire rate already. And I don't know if it's really that amazing. It'd probably be decent on Claptrap because of the shallow mag. One last thing would pop up pretty often, and I know Claptrap boosts a lot of explosive damage, but does he also boost grenade damage? Because if so, this could be a pretty good gun on Claptrap. But that is it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think of the Hard Reboot, or just Maliwan guns in general, I guess. There's only a few times to use the probe, so that's it for this. I appreciate if you guys subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.